Traigan la manguera, que son 45.
Cuando cumples 45, te toca soplar muchas velas y examinarte contra el cáncer de colon, ya que al detectarse temprano es más tratable en 9 de cada 10 personas. Usa la prueba de Cologuard en la privacidad de tu casa y envíala de regreso para obtener tus resultados. La prueba de Cologuard es una opción con receta para detectar el cáncer de colon en personas de 45 años o más con riesgo promedio. Resultados positivos deben ir seguidos de una colonoscopía. Pueden darse resultados falsos positivos y falsos negativos. La prueba de Cologuard no reemplaza la colonoscopía en pacientes de alto riesgo. No uses Cologuard si has tenido adenomas, si tienes enfermedad inflamatoria intestinal y ciertos síndromes hereditarios o un historial personal o familiar de cáncer de colon. Pide la prueba de Cologuard a tu médico. Para más información en español, visita cologuard.com/prueba.
Most all-in-one HR systems are a patchwork of disconnected and manual tools. Rippling is totally automated. If you promote an employee, Rippling can automatically handle necessary updates, from payroll taxes and provisioning new app permissions to assigning required manager training. That's why Rippling is the #1 rated human capital management suite on G2, TrustRadius, and Gartner. If you're ready to run the backbone of your business on one unified platform, head to rippling.com/acastbiz and sign up today. That's rippling.com/acastbiz to sign up.
On today's Smart 7, top security official quits over Iran war, Zelensky warns of drone threat to London, and much more. It's Wednesday, 18th of March, it's Global Recycling Day, and happy birthday, Lily Collins.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Tuesday saw a dramatic resignation from the Trump administration as the head of the National Counter-Terrorism Center, Joe Kent, publicly quit. Kent, who has a history of far-right associations, says that Iran posed no imminent threat to the US and blamed Israel and its powerful American lobby for starting the war. Tuesday was also St. Patrick's Day, which saw Irish Taoiseach Micheál Martin in the Oval Office to present the traditional bowl of shamrock to the US president. He received a warm welcome from both the president and vice president, but Donald didn't wait too long before launching into a rant about America's European allies and his irritation that they haven't dispatched resources to help clear the Strait of Hormuz.
Well, I'm disappointed in NATO that we spend trillions of dollars on NATO. Think of it, trillions over the years. And when they don't help us, I mean, it's certainly something that we should think about.
Trump also took the opportunity to criticise Keir Starmer again, repeating his remark that Starmer is no Winston Churchill. However, in an unusual moment, the Irish Prime Minister intervened on the UK PM's behalf.
Keir Starmer has done a lot to reset the Irish-British relationship, but I do believe that he's an earnest, sound person who I think you have a capacity to get on with, and you've got on with him before.
Trump's continued criticism of Prime Minister Keir Starmer triggered another surprising response on Tuesday evening, as Tory leader Kemi Badenoch also wanted the American president to back off. Badenoch has been quietly U-turning on her attempts to mirror the US president, and she's also shifted her position on the war in the Middle East, from criticising Starmer initially for not supporting America and Israel to a more cautious stance.
I'm Keir Starmer's biggest critic. There's a lot of stuff that I believe that he's done wrong, but the words coming from the White House are completely wrong. I think it's actually quite childish.
Badenoch also pointed out that the mixed messaging from the US and European allies only serves to send the wrong signal to opponents like Vladimir Putin. EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas says that European allies remain concerned that there is no plan in place to end the current situation in the Middle East.
There are no signs of this war slowing down. As we are doing for Ukraine, we must do everything we can to manage the current situation by pushing for diplomatic conclusion.
Ukrainian President Zelensky was in London on Tuesday for a series of meetings, including an appearance at Westminster. He warned that drone technology poses a huge risk to European nations, suggesting that the UK needs to prepare for attacks from criminal networks, terror groups, or even lone wolf attackers. He was also keen to warn against lifting sanctions on Russian oil because of the war in the Middle East, describing Russia and Iran as brothers in hatred. Prime Minister Keir Starmer was happy to reiterate the UK's support for Ukraine.
It's really important that we're clear and consistent that Putin can't be the one who's benefiting from the conflict in Iran, whether that's oil prices or the dropping of sanctions.
2 more cases of meningitis were identified in Kent on Tuesday, bringing the total number to 15, while 2 people have already died. 4 of the cases have now been identified as the bacterial form of the infection, meningitis B. That's problematic because the vaccination programme for what is known as Men B was only rolled out in 2015, which means many teens and young adults are unlikely to have been vaccinated. Health Secretary Wes Streeting says that the government is moving to roll out a targeted vaccination programme in the Canterbury area.
This is an unprecedented outbreak. It is also a rapidly developing situation. With these considerations in mind, Mr. Speaker, it is absolutely paramount that we stick to the facts, which is what I intend to do.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, in association with Metro, Arsenal head to the Champions League quarter-finals, and Carol Vorderman chats countdown, right after this.
¡Feliz cumpleaños, Rafa! ¡Sopla, sopla!
Traigan la manguera, que son 45.
Cuando cumples 45, te toca soplar muchas velas y examinarte contra el cáncer de colon, ya que al detectarse temprano es más tratable en 9 de cada 10 personas. Usa la prueba de Cologuard en la privacidad de tu casa y envíala de regreso para obtener tus resultados. La prueba de Cologuard es una opción con receta para detectar el cáncer de colon en personas de 45 años o más con riesgo promedio. Resultados positivos deben ir seguidos de una colonoscopía. Pueden darse resultados falsos positivos y falsos negativos. La prueba de Cologuard no reemplaza la colonoscopía en pacientes de alto riesgo. No uses Cologuard si has tenido adenomas, si tienes enfermedad inflamatoria intestinal y ciertos síndromes hereditarios o un historial personal o familiar de cáncer de colon. Pide la prueba de Cologuard a tu médico. Para más información en español, visita cologuard.com/prueba.
Most all-in-one HR systems are a patchwork of disconnected and manual tools. Rippling is totally automated. If you promote an employee, Rippling can automatically handle necessary updates, from payroll taxes and provisioning new app permissions to assigning required manager training. That's why Rippling is the #1 rated human capital management suite on G2, TrustRadius, and Gartner. If you're ready to run the backbone of your business on one unified platform, head to rippling.com/acastbiz and sign up today. That's rippling.com/acastbiz to sign up.
Welcome back. Tuesday night saw the second legs of the Champions League last 16 get underway. The first leg left most of the English teams in trouble, but all eyes were on Norwegian minnows Bodo Glimt, who took a 3-0 lead to Portugal to face Sporting Lisbon. The game went to extra time, but the Portuguese side finished 5-0 winners on the night and knocked out Norway's giant killers. Things didn't go well for Chelsea or Man City, with PSG winning 3-0 at Stamford Bridge to see Liam Rowe Sr.'s side knocked out on a 8-2 aggregate scoreline. Man City went down to 10 men and lost 2-1 at home to Real Madrid to exit the competition. The only bright spot was Arsenal, who beat Bayer Leverkusen 2-0 on the night and now go through to the quarter-finals to Mikel Arteta's delight.
I think the team was immense today. The manner that we started the game, overall we had a big performance as a team and individually as well, players that elevated the level to the highest standards probably of the season.
If you were watching Channel 5 on Tuesday, you may have noticed that Carol Vorderman appeared on almost every show across the schedule. It was part of a stunt to publicise her return to the channel as team captain on the quiz show Celebrity Puzzling, which does pretty much what it says on the tin. Vorderman is an MBE and she's been on TV since she started work on legendary Channel 4 show Countdown in 1982. That's 44 years ago, in case you're no good at the old mental arithmetic. She's been a radio and TV presenter, a loose woman and a reality TV veteran, including I'm a Celeb, and of course the winner of Celebrity Bake Off. She explained how it all started.
When I moved to Leeds with my mum in 1982, and we had no money whatsoever, and we got this tiny little house. And then 3 weeks later, she saw in the Yorkshire Evening Post that there was this new show called Countdown that was going to start on a new channel called Channel 4, and that they couldn't find anyone who could do this thing called the numbers game. So Mum forged my signature, wrote a letter, and the rest, as they say.
Oscar night might not have gone as he hoped for Timothée Chalamet, but at least he's got another blockbuster movie to look forward to. The third movie in Denis Villeneuve's epic sci-fi trilogy Dune is due to hit cinemas at Christmas, and the first trailer has just dropped. Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya and Florence Pugh are all back, along with scary new villain Cytale, who is played by Robert Pattinson. The final part takes place 17 years after the events of the second movie, and Chalamet told exclusive preview audiences in LA that the third part is a true act of cinema. It's released on December 18th.
War feeds on itself. The more I fight, the more our enemies fight back. I'm doing the best I can to protect my family. How did Father do it?
Your father never started a war.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
¡Feliz cumpleaños, Rafa! ¡Sopla, sopla!
Traigan la manguera, que son 45.
Cuando cumples 45, te toca soplar muchas velas y examinarte contra el cáncer de colon, ya que al detectarse temprano es más tratable en 9 de cada 10 personas. Usa la prueba de Cologuard en la privacidad de tu casa y envíala de regreso para obtener tus resultados. La prueba de Cologuard es una opción con receta para detectar el cáncer de colon en personas de 45 años o más con riesgo promedio. Resultados positivos deben ir seguidos de una colonoscopía. Pueden darse resultados falsos positivos y falsos negativos. La prueba de Cologuard no reemplaza la colonoscopía en pacientes de alto riesgo. No uses Cologuard si has tenido adenomas, si tienes enfermedad inflamatoria intestinal y ciertos síndromes hereditarios o un historial personal o familiar de cáncer de colon. Pide la prueba de Cologuard a tu médico. Para más información en español, visita cologuard.com/prueba.